Today we're going to be working on just setting up your probability very quickly, which this is just going to model a very quick probability of equally likely outcomes. So first we have this example over here where we're rolling our fair dice and observe the number facing up. So what is your sample space? So keep in mind, we did something very, or in our previous video about your relative frequency. So we did this experiment to see, hey, how often did this one come up on your dice or this two and so forth? And then we saw that on a visual chart. We're going to do the same thing again, but actually calculate what your actual probability is. So this is the experimental probability. We now want to figure out your actual probability. So your outcomes here are your sample space. So you'll notice that there are 6 total outcomes. So when it comes to your set here, set of all outcomes, we're going to type in your value of 6. This is just your sample space. Okay. Now, when it says total, we're looking for the total of favorable outcomes. So that is whatever we're looking for. Perhaps the outcome that you're rolling a 5, or the outcome that you're rolling an even number, or the outcome that it's not a 2. Any of that, whatever we're totaling, is going to go here. So for us, right, if we were following along with this one, we said, okay, we want to roll a 5. So there's only one 5 as seen in your outcomes. So that would just be 1. Don't like how these are not in order. There we go. And now the probability, what we can do is say equals, and it says the number of favorable outcomes, that is the total favorable here, divided by the set of all outcomes. That would be this one here. So again, you can see it's about 16%, so 1 out of 6. Now we can always change these real quick. So let's say, okay, instead of rolling a 5, we wanted to roll not a 5. So that means a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6. So here we would have 5 different ways. So the opposite, its counterpart, would be 83. And you can change it up as much as you want. Maybe you're rolling all even numbers, 2, 4, and 6. That would be 3 different favorable ways, and that would be 50. So you can very quickly do some sort of calculations here, and eventually you can, in fact, use this and change this to say, okay, this is the not so much frequency, but you can change this part to say, okay, this is actually going to be my probability. And then it'll change your thing over here. But that is the probability of equally likely outcomes.